Hello all, my name is Pritam and you are watching Tech with Pri. So welcome to my channel and I'm back with another video, and this is the first video of this tutorial series called Windows Server 2016. Okay, so let's see what we are going to learn today. So first we'll understand what is server and server operating system. Next we'll see why does a company need a server. Okay, so next we'll see what is Windows Server and the types of Windows Server that are available. And finally, I'll show you how you can download Windows Server 2016 in your own desktop or laptop, because in future videos, we are going to play with Windows Server. Okay, so let's get started. So what is server? So guys, you heard the term server, client server a lot, right? So let's understand this. Very simply, a server is a computer that serves other computers' request. So it simply provides services as per the client request. So let's see a picture. Okay, so here we have a laptop, we have a mobile, and we have a desktop, and these are the clients. So they are sending request for a service, and that request is going over the internet to another computer that is known as server, and that computer or server is providing you service back. Okay, so let's understand it with an example. So suppose you are trying to access google.com from your mobile device. Okay, here. So basically you are requesting for a service, right? So your request is going over the internet to the server, to the computer. So that server computer is providing you the web page of google.com back to your mobile. Okay, so that's how server works. So now here you're requesting for google.com, maybe microsoft.com, maybe any website. So basically you are requesting for website to have access, right? So this request is going over the internet to the server. So now we can consider this server as a web server. So the web server is another example of server. So basically the job of web server is to provide access to the website, right? So you are requesting for a website, okay? And the web server is providing you the service by providing you the website which you are requesting for. So that's how the server and client architecture works. So I hope you understand now. So let's see many more servers. Example. So like we have mail server, database server, game server, and many more. So let's see more about server. So a server is designed to handle huge workloads. Okay. So the hardware needs to be sufficient enough to support the demand of a server. All right. So let's see an example. So a web server that we just talked about. So a web server that run lots of web script should have a fast processor and enough RAM to handle the request from clients without slowing down. So let's go back to the previous picture. Yeah. So here we just talked about the web server. So suppose you are hosting your own website to a web server and you are maintaining the web server too. Okay. So now you don't want, when people are trying to access your website, they get the message like, the server is not responding. Okay. Unable to reach the server. Or maybe like your page is loading, the page is still loading, so unable to access the website. So to solve this kind of problem, you have to make your server powerful. Okay, so like in the case of web server, you have to put enough RAM and the fast processor so that your web server can handle like certain requests. So maybe like 10,000 people are trying to access your website, okay, at the same time. So your server should be powerful enough to provide the service without giving an error or without slowing down. So that's the main function, and that's the way how you can make strong your server with the sufficient hardware. All right. So let's go back to our slide. So we have another example, like for a file server, you should have the fast hard drive or SSD, that is a solid state drive, that can read and write data quickly. Okay, so that's pretty much understandable. So now we are going to get back to Google, and I'm going to show you like how real server looks like. So we are in Google. So let's search for a Facebook server. Okay. So you can search any server like the Facebook, any companies like that. Like so, this is the real picture of a server like Facebook or Google. So this is basically, guys, the picture from a data center where there are a lot of servers. So as you can see, these are the server rack, and these are the servers which is there, and a full data center that is full of server and the network equipment like switches and the storage devices. So there are a lot of things that are there, and these things are running for 24 by 7, guys, and for 365 days. And that is the reason, like, when million people are trying to access facebook.com, so they don't get slow. Like either they have poor network connection, so that's a different thing, but they can at least access the website without slowing down or without getting the response like server not responding or something. So suppose a server suddenly stop working, okay? So there are backup servers which is there to support this situation, okay? So let's go back. So the last point is very interesting, guys. So you can configure your personal computer as a server, maybe a small file server, by using proper software. So guys, no worries. We are going to have our own server in our laptop, and we are going to play with it, and we are going to explore it. Okay, so no worries. So let's move on. So next, what is server operating system? So now we understand what is server. So let's see what is server operating system. So very simply, again, it is an operating system that's specifically designed to run on servers. It is the software layer on top of which other software programs or application can run. So you can understand, server operating system is basically a layer working as a layer, and on top of that layer other software programs that works in the server itself, that is there. Next, it is very powerful, very obvious, and it can help to use several roles like web server, mail server, database server. So we will see when we'll install Windows Server like how we can add roles and features. So the next thing, there are some examples of the server operating system. So these are like Windows Server. We have Mac OS Server from Apple, and a very famous Red Hat Enterprise Linux that is from Linux itself. So let's move on. So now we have a question. So why does a company need a server? So let's see. Okay, so first is to secure all your devices by controlling all those logins and enforcing password policies. So suppose you are having your own organization, and you have certain laptops and desktop for employees. Okay, so you can control those device, okay, those laptop, desktop, everything you can control from a location, from a centralized location by using server. So that's one of the benefit. The next is you can use server as a backup server so that you can prevent data loss. That's very important. Next, we have file sharing and security. So suppose in your organization you have two departments. One is for accounting, another one is for sales. So you don't want, right, that the people from accounting department have access to the file from sales department, right? So with the help of server you can control all this access, okay, and you can do many more with this file access. So I'll show you when I'll do it on Windows Server, so you'll understand it better. Okay. So next we have print server that provide print services. So in your organization you may have 3 or 4 printers. So all these printers are configured by the print server. Okay, and whenever you hit the print button from anywhere in your organization, so it will go to the certain printer, and then you just go and collect the file. Okay, next we have domain controller, and this is very important, guys. We are going to discuss about domain controller with a broader fashion in future videos. Okay, so let's move on. Now the final topic is here, the Windows Server. So Windows Server is group of server operating system released by Microsoft. Yes, and it provides features like Active Directory, disk management and file storage, DHCP, okay, DNS. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Control Protocol, DNS domain name system. So no worries guys, I'm gonna explain it in future videos, okay. And next, IIS, Internet Information System. So next we have like Windows Backup and the Hyper-V. Okay, so next, move forward. Now list of Windows servers. So let's see. The first we have Windows Server 2003. So actually before Windows Server 2003, we have Windows 2000, okay? But the Windows Server edition started from 2003, April 2003, and it is based on Windows XP. So that means, so the server design, okay, if you open Windows Server 2003, if you log into that, and you will able to see like it, the structure is same like Windows XP, okay, the design is same like Windows XP. So the coding is same for the design somewhere, but the functions and all these things are too much different, the purpose are different. So basically Microsoft, in one hand they have created the server operating system, and on another hand they have created like the Windows desktop operating system like Windows 7, 8, 10. Okay, so next we have Windows Server 2003 R2. So R2 is nothing but just release 2. So this is kind of like upgraded version of Windows 2003. Then like you can have like new features, the bug fixes, maybe some old services got updated. So these are the things. So it is launched on December 2005. Next we have Windows Server 2008. This launched on February 8, and based on it is Windows Vista. Then we have Windows Server R2 2008, and it is launched on October 2009, and it is based on Windows 7. Next we have Windows Server 2012, that is September 12, based on Windows 8. Next we have the very popular Windows Server 2012 R2, and many of you are still using it in your office, right? Okay, so it's launched on October 2013, and it's based on Windows 8.1. And this is our guy, Windows Server 2016, that we are going to use, and that is launched on September 2016, and it is based on, the design is Windows 10. And finally we have Windows Server 2019 that has launched on October 2018, and it is based on Windows 10. So till now we have Windows Server 2019. Okay, so now it's time for demo. So I'm going to show you how you can download Windows Server 2016. However, it is written install, but the installation will be there in the next video. Okay, so I'll show you how you can download. So let's go to our Google page, and we have done with the Facebook server. So let's just search for Windows Server 2016 download. Okay, so no worries, I'm gonna put the link in the description, so you can download it directly, and you will be redirected to this page. That is the Windows download page. So you can download here the Windows Server 2016 for 180 days trial, and just hit on the ISO, the image file we want to download. Just click on continue, and you need to fill up all these details. So just fill it up, and this company name and company size can be anything. So it's not like you have to have your own company name, something like that. So let's just fill up these details quickly. Okay, so after filling up the details, you need to click on yes to accept the privacy statement, and then you need to hit on continue. So then it will ask for choose language. I'm gonna choose English, and then I'm gonna hit on download. So it will automatically start to download the ISO file. As you can see, the size is 6.5 GB. Okay, so I'm not gonna download it because I have already downloaded it. So guys, go ahead and download the Windows Server 2016, and in the next video I'm gonna tell about virtual machine, and we will install the Windows Server 2016 also. Okay, so this is it for today. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you like this video, please hit on like button. If you have any question, any query, you can just put on the comment section, and please share with your friends and your families, and in your social networking site. Okay, and also subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you all. Stay safe. Bye bye.